The way Lana just disrespected me before we started this, and y'all ain't ever gonna see that.
It was not a disrespect. It was a helping you out. Let's just get this party started. So I removed
Because I was
myself.
clearly distracted. And Lana just goes, "We're starting." Well, she didn't, but she was just like, "I'm gonna leave. Bye. Let's do this." Like, okay,
I
work, Lana.
I clearly wanted to get the show on the road because I'm ready
Apparently
to start.
so. But anyway, bonjour et bienvenue à The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. I am only drinking water now. I've been on a drink journey today. You might have noticed that this might be the exact same outfit that we're both wearing in a couple of podcasts recently. Surprising. But yes, now I'm currently just drinking water.
Work. And hello, I am Lana, your resident evil diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I too am currently drinking the very last bit of my water.
Love it,
It
love
is
it.
there, and I'm going to drink it, and it's going to be gone. But if I was drinking anything else, I was drinking out of my cup mug. And
Purr.
Ben, Ben full of cup mug, Ben full of cup mug. Beer, coming at you live. Beer. Get up energy, Logan. Beer.
I was going a little bit more low key today, but I guess we're not.
We're not. We're going full rave. But yeah. You can get your cup mug or any of our cup merch at lanaginspirations.etsy.com. The link is in the description below. And we do, in fact, ship domestically here in the US and in North America for sure. Internationally, there are some excuses. So there you go. I'm working on it. And when I know, you'll know. But until then, if you're in the US or North America, there are no excuses. Get your cup merch. Period.
Yes, God. Yes, God.
Mm-hmm.
We are here. It is our penultimate episode of Drag Race Belgique.
Belgique.
Belgique. Um, it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute since I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute since I've talked about, uh, you know, things. But I'm very excited to
Mm-hmm.
be back in Belgique talking about this makeover challenge. Now, I'm going to be real honest. And Belgique Queens, I know some of you might be listening. And we appreciate you for listening.
Absolutely.
Y'all know this was a filler episode. We know this was a filler episode. Audience, you all know this was a filler episode. The girls that don't even watch this season know this was a filler episode. I don't know how much we're going to be saying on this episode. I'm going to be honest. I thought it was a lovely episode, all things considered. But I've got a couple things that I want to talk about. And honestly, specifically, it's the guest judge. Because I got a lot to say about him because I was very thrilled. And I'm very sad that he was wasted on such a filler episode. Not to say that, am I mad with the ultimate result? We'll see. And we'll talk about it. But before we do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. We've got a lot of series coming to an end very, very soon, including but not limited to Drag Race Belgique. So we'll be around talking about some drag things. We've got 2 other channels as well with almost all things reality TV and almost all things Eurovision Song Contest. Go check those out, and lots more fun things coming your way as well. And if you would like to support our channel in a monetary fashion, there are several ways that you could do that, and we do greatly appreciate it. One of those is going to be the super thanks button available on this video and all of our main channel videos. You could also hit the join button and join the Tea Room, our exclusive membership channel with exclusive content, early access for stuff. We've also got a Patreon. It's the same membership content, different platform. That link is down in the description below. So, with all that being said, we come back. And I'm so sad that I wasn't here last week to talk about the horrible lip sync accident that involved our dearest Chloe Clark. But Was it deserved? Yeah.
Nope.
I thought it was.
I thought it wasn't, and I stand
Well,
by
I thought
it.
the lip sync was lovely.
I said what I said. I think the wrong person went home, and I stand by that.
I think the lip sync was very close, and I think in the challenge, I do unfortunately think Chloe was the worst. So,
And the challenge, absolutely. I do think Chloe was the worst in the challenge.
yeah.
It was clearly not close. But that's just me. That's just me.
I did love the lip sync too because I was like, oh, we're getting pink?
Work.
But yes, Chloe's gone. And Loulou was just like, die. I want to be done with this. I was like, I know she didn't mean it really. But she was just like, I don't want to be in the bottom anymore. Hey, I get it. I get it. I absolutely get it.
Absolutely.
But yes, we come back into the workroom the next day. Rita's there. She has a magic wand for some reason. I didn't get this. They bring out giant presents that look like Shangela boxes.
They didn't want to have to show them bringing out each box one by one.
Right. They said, transition. There we go. Everyone's here.
Right.
And it is loved ones of all of the final four because it is a loved ones makeover challenge.
Woo!
So we've got several people, including but not limited to Alvilda's boyfriend and Gabanna's designer
friend.
Literally
somebody's trying to game this game.
Oh, absolutely, I would. I already know for a fact. I have one friend who is a seamstress / designer, and if she was physically capable of being my makeover partner, I would probably choose her because she knows how to sew.
Absolutely.
I do love that the Drag Race Wiki just has him listed as designer and not friend, but you know what, it's fine. We have Veuve's brother and Loulou's longtime best friend.
Yes.
So
lovely.
We're doing makeovers, makeover. And honestly, these conversations that we had in the workroom and all the crying and the Rita walk around were all lovely and fine and wonderful and whatever. But that's all they were. Like,
it was. I mean, if you've seen one loved one's makeover, you've seen them all. It's very lovely. Like, we got some reunions with the boyfriend and Alvilda, and they're having their moments, and they're talking about, how they met and what they're gonna do, and this is the first time I do drag, so you get to listen to me. And da-da-da. We had the best friend of Loulou, and they're talking about
fabulous.
She's fabulous, and they're talking about how they first met. And Loulou was like, I thought she would probably think I'm just the ugliest queen ever because the first time we met it was a little crunchy, but they loved me and we are friends and we've been through it with each other through hard times in Loulou's life where she was feeling like she might take her life. This woman, Natu, was there and helped her, like, let her come stay with her, let her, she physically took care of her to make sure she would be okay. So that was the important bond that they had together with Gabanna and her designer friend. That they were just, they just been friends, and he designs a lot. And it really wasn't a lot of conversation with them. They just knew what they were there for business, and they were going to be on business.
Yeah, she said he made most of her package for the season, which, hey, it's been a pretty damn good package.
Absolutely. And so I think the most, real conversations what came from Loulou Velvet and her brother, because this was the first time. Veuve. I said Loulou Velvet. Veuve and her brother. But Veuve was like, it's the first time that he's ever seen me in drag, period.
His brother has like a wife and three kids and drives a bus. And I was
like very much blue collar.
The Belgian version of Hershey Le Courgette? That's what I would like to know.
I mean, He
I
is
don't
very
think
much
so.
like a typical cis straight white male who is like, I have my wife, I got my kids, that's what I do. He raised
Yeah.
some chickens, and his brother has a very different lifestyle than he does. And so it was kind of interesting, that dynamic, to see how it will work. And but one thing I did like about this relationship, we saw that Levin was correcting him on certain things, on certain
Hmm.
terms that he was using.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, it's this. And he was like, oh, okay. He was very open to learning and
Absolutely.
very open to be there and be in the moment for this process, which I appreciated very much, because sometimes it's hard for brothers, especially, to see their other brother
Yeah.
change completely from how they knew him and then try to adapt to that lifestyle, and for
Yeah.
them it's different. And so it was nice to see him and Veuve just talk, get to some points of understanding, correcting when he was wrong, fixing it when he
And
was
a
wrong.
different understanding too.
Yeah, a very different understanding. And it was like, okay. And I think it was eye-opening for Levesque also to feel like maybe I can go to my brother and talk to my brother and be open
Yeah.
and not be afraid to show who I am around, him, but just be respectful of him and his space and, his life. And and he's respectful of my life. So it was lovely to see that. And I think it showed throughout this episode why the journey that they took. And it was beautiful. It was honestly a beautiful journey to see, and to see how willing his brother was to the process. I mean, and he was all in. He was all in. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's beautiful, because
I
he's
agree.
like, I want the best for my brother. And if this is what he wants to do, and this is who he is, and this is who they are going to be, I want them to be the best at it, and I want them to win. So I'm going to be the best at what I have to do to make sure that they are the best at what they have to do. And it was a beautiful moment to see them. I will say.
Definitely, definitely. Now, on the topic of Veuve,
Mm-hmm,
you might be watching.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So this is a question directed specifically to Veuve.
mm-hmm.
And if you're not Veuve, keep scrolling. No, I'm kidding.
Keep scrolling.
Um, um, why did you make your brother shave his beard only to put him in a fake beard
A fake
on the
beard.
runway? Now, I'm going to bring up that fake beard later on in the runway and give you my actual thoughts on the fake beard. But I was very
Mhm,
confused why we went for a fake beard when
mhm,
you're also a
mhm.
bearded queen. So, like, a beard would have been fine. I was
Right.
very confused, and I would like a response, Levev. So if you are watching, which I hope you are, because you've been a very consistent and lovely fan of ours, and we do greatly appreciate your support very much.
Yeah. What
Let
what
us
what
know.
what was the reason? What was
What
the
was the
reason?
reason?
Like, you're a bearded queen. Let your little sister, your drag daughter, be a bearded queen as well. Like, what was
Well,
the
she
reason?
was, but it was a fake
A
beard.
fake
That was my
one. Like, I
question.
don't get, maybe it was because you wanted as full, but you could have shaped it so it was not as full. But I don't know. What was
Anyway,
the reason, Lviv?
what
We
was the
would like to know.
reason?
We would like to know.
We would like to know. Specifically me, also Lana.
Absolutely. Now that you
Well,
brought
okay.
it up, I absolutely want to know the reason.
And I'm gonna bring it up later when we talk about the runway look. But I think do we could just go there.
I think we should go, because honestly, it really was not a lot of conversation.
Now,
We have talked about two beautiful judging panel runways, and that stops here.
and that's where this ends. Moosty, the fuck you doing?
What? What is that?
I'm hoping he got all his bad fashion out of the way, so that way he wears something fabulous at Eurovision.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm hopeful for. I will actually say I don't hate this Rita look. It's not
Mm-hmm,
my favorite,
mm-hmm,
but it's definitely not a bad Rita look.
mm-hmm.
And I think Leo looks fine. Leo looks, like a woman, a beautiful
Sure.
woman, which she is. So,
Sure.
but I want to talk about our guest judge, Loch who you probably have no clue who he is.
No.
So he is a Belgian singer
Mm-hmm.
and represented Belgium at Eurovision in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And arguably should have won Eurovision 2015
Oh.
with one of my favorite Eurovision songs of all time, which was Rhythm Inside, which I was praying would be the lip sync song for this week. We still got a very good lip sync song, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, I love Locke. I don't think he brought a whole lot of groundbreaking critique
No.
or groundbreaking commentary, but
No.
I sure as hell was happy to see him there. I was very happy to see him there. I like him a lot. He's a very good singer, and he should have won Eurovision 2015. I stand behind that. So, that's that. Category is drag family resemblance, specifically mother-daughter.
They talked about family portrait, and I was hoping you would put it in a portrait
Sure did.
frame.
I really should have, honestly,
But
and I
it's
didn't.
okay.
And you know what? That's on me.
That's okay.
Not all backgrounds can be, gingham that you can barely see. Sometimes it's gingham you can barely see, and sometimes it's exaggerated. Okay.
Right. This is fine. This is beautiful.
Thank you very much. It's fine. I also spelled category wrong. As I'm looking at it right now, sure did. Didn't realize it until this moment. But you know what? We're just gonna move along. We're gonna move on to our first duo. This is Loulou Velvet and Nana Velvet.
Okay. I like this look.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the judges had a problem with this look. Is it the most groundbreaking look? Is it like, oh my gosh, this is the most groundbreaking look creation ever? No. Because really it's just draped fabric on a person, and but I love the concept of this look. The star and the moon. It's very like, it could be, why couldn't the star and the moon be the mother and daughter of the sky? It could be that. It could be that. Is it what we assume when we think of mother daughter? Sure, it's not. Absolutely, it's not. But it could be. I like the concept of it. I think they both look very cute in their rompers. I love the white hair on Loulou, the black hair on Nana, and then the black and white difference of the. Yeah, I love that concept. I liked it. I thought it was cute and fun. And I think they look beautiful. Nana looks stunning in this picture up at the top. I think she looks so pretty. I like it. I like it.
I think it's a good ensemble. Like you said, it's nothing groundbreaking. I don't know that I necessarily need groundbreaking for something like this. I'm going to be honest. We've seen this kind of black and white alternating situation. We've seen it a lot on Drag Race. I think I would be a bit more forgiving overall if the garments weren't just ponchos. And we've also seen black and white poncho ensembles on Drag Race, so it's kind of just like, I will go ahead and say I hate the makeover challenge. I hate this challenge. I never feel like they get the decisions right because it is the easiest way to be 100% objective, and like the producers are going to push who they want to the final. Like that's just how I feel always with a makeover challenge. This for me is no exception. If it was a bit more than a poncho and a headpiece, I would be a bit more entertained by it. But for what it is a very solid, clean, well put together ensemble, and the actual makeover itself I think is very good. So Yeah. Scores.
I gave it an 87.
I gave them a 70.
Okay.
Next up, La Veuve and L'Orpheline.
I'm just gonna say it. They deserve the win. They deserve the win in my book.
Okay.
I thought this look was great. It gives me mother-daughter. It gives me what I want. It's a good look for both of them. And the way they performed it, I feel like Julian was his name. He gave everything he had in this performance. He performed. He was doing everything he could to make his brother look good in the spotlight, and this was what it worked. It was good. The concept was good. It was a funeral, and of their sugar daddy, well, her daddy, LaBelle's sugar daddy. It was cute. I thought it was just a very cute concept, and I liked how they played it and performed it. I thought above all they were the obvious like mother-daughter type relationship. It was clear what this was. To me hands down it was the right choice to have them win. I thought it was nobody came close to them for performance wise and by the theme.
In a lot of ways, I do agree with you. For me personally, this wasn't my personal number one pick. This was my number two.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a very good ensemble. The issue that I have the most with this is actually the face on L'Orpheline. I don't think Leveuve's paint translated onto her drag daughter in the way that I wanted it to. Specifically while they were walking and when you get the close-ups on L'Orpheline, and the way that Veuve does their makeup works very, very well for them and their face shape. I don't think it translated as well onto the daughter because the arch is so high and they have a different eye shape, and so a lot of that detail that typically Veuve has in the actual eye makeup gets a little lost on her drag daughter. Again, hi, I'm circling back to the fake beard. I didn't love this goatee situation. I honestly think the whole ensemble might have been a little bit better with a full beard. Even just like trimming down the beard that he has and filling it in the way that Veuve does it, I think would be lovely. Now, Veuve looks incredible here. The only issue I have is that there's a bit of like, I don't know what was happening with the skirt of the gown. It's a little like she had a bit of trouble walking in it from what I remember. I just wish it was a bit more open. Maybe if it was trumpeted, I would like it a little bit more. I don't know. But I love the shoulder pieces. I think overall this is a very strong ensemble. This is my favorite hair and makeup on Veuve.
Okay.
This like darker, way more androgynous kind of paint and presentation I love on Veuve. So overall, there's a lot that I really, really like. The actual makeover itself, the garment is good. The face could have been a little bit better. And overall, it kind of balances to like, this was my second favorite. But I still think the ensemble and they both did this was the best performance as well. I do absolutely agree with you on that. But yeah, it all circles back to me with just a, very good ensemble from Veuve. So score.
I gave it a 95.
I gave them an 80. I really have like made my scores a lot lower recently. I don't know what it is. I think it's David's impact on me. Anyway, Next up, we have Alvilda and Gurita.
I like this look. I thought this look was good. I think the pirate costume itself was lovely. There was a lot going on, but it was a pirate costume, so makes sense. It was good. Um, the problem for me is I don't see mother-daughter. I just see two women doing what they're doing. They two women pirates doing what they're doing. And I didn't hit the theme for me. But did they look pretty doing it? Sure. But I agree with the judges. Like if you're the older, the mother older, I need to either see some youth in her or some olderness in you. And it didn't. It felt like they were sisters. They looked like sisters instead of mother daughter. So, but I think the costume is great. The costume is good. I love this wig on both of them. Costume is great. I liked how they performed it. Um, I didn't understand the story, but it was fine. But yeah, I think they looked good. It just didn't hit the thing. It just didn't hit the thing. But it was good.
And see, for me, in a lot of ways, it does fit the theme. I was very confused by Rita's critique about it not being mother daughter, because I did actually get mother daughter from it. It's a few subtle things for me. Specifically Alvilda having the darker blonde wig and then having her daughter in this darker color. It framed her face in a really nice way. And I think there are enough subtle differences in the way that she did Gurita's makeup that make her feel a little bit more youthful. There's a bit more of a glow in the cheek. The eye is a different shape. Slightly, it's slight differences for me. But I really did get mother-daughter from them.
I got sisters.
I get that. I get that for sure. But I got mother-daughter. So I thought they did a really good job. This was my favorite of the week. I was shocked with the result later.
I was not at all. I was not at all. It was like it makes sense to me because to me it just made sense. It made sense.
It did not make sense to me at all. So, scores.
I gave them 88.
I gave them a 90. And last up, Gabanna and Dulce.
Again, I feel like I get what they were doing. It just didn't hit the thing. But do they look fabulous doing it? Absolutely. I like these outfits. I'm a fan of the polka dot furry, well, the polka dots, not the furry part, the polka dot out part of it. But this was really just a furry costume with some clothes on top. And it was kind of like, I think it was too far out of the box to make sense. But what I did like was the makeup. What I did like was the makeup and the outfits itself. What I didn't like was everything else. It's kind of like I like the fact that they went from instead of mother daughter, it was father daughter type deal, but it still was kind of just like I wasn't a huge fan of this. I'll say that.
I wasn't a fan of this at all. I'm gonna be honest. I like Gabanna so much, and I do agree with Rita. I do appreciate that she went so outside of her comfort zone to do this. I don't think that warrants her being safe over other people whose garments are objectively better and whose makeovers are objectively better. Because I'm not a big fan of this ensemble, unfortunately. I don't think the makeup is all that great. I really don't like this big frizzy wig. It feels like the garments like swallow them up, and also like There's no shape. There's no, like, it's polka dot garments over a fursuit. I'm not. No. No. For me, Gabanna should have been in the bottom over either of the other two people. I take your pick, honestly. None of it would have ended up mattering anyway, so I don't know why I'm all that upset about it.
I don't know.
But it's just like none of this matters. But like, I don't know. I was so confused. And I guess because they probably knew that they weren't sending anyone home anyway, they just needed to ruin Alvilda's perfect track record and put her in the bottom instead of putting Gabanna. Anyway, this is nothing against Gabanna specifically, other than I just don't think the ensemble is that great.
Okay.
Scores.
I gave it a 70.
I gave them a 55. So, and we get our critiques, we go backstage, and it's a whole lot of something. Not much happens other than they're just like, you did such a good job. I don't want to be in the bottom. I don't know who's gonna win. It's just like, it's a filler episode. It's a filler episode.
It was, and I really I don't want people to walk away from this podcast. I think we don't care. We didn't like it. We don't like these queens, and because honestly, we do. We really do.
We
really like these queens. But it's just like when the episodes don't give you a lot, are we supposed to talk about it?
Yeah.
And how are we supposed to feel very enthused about it when it's not a lot happening in the episodes? So it's kind of like that's where we are right now. We do like these queens. We do like,
yes,
what we've been given thus far as the entertainment of the season. But this just was one of those episodes where it was like I said, if you've seen one makeover episode, you've seen them all. It was very nicey. We're very appreciative for people coming out and supporting these queens and being it. It was very much, I appreciate you. I love you. This is great. I hope you stay. And then for the end results to be what they were, it was kind of like, it just left us in a place of, oh, okay. It was an episode that happened on television.
My dip in enjoyment in this season has nothing to do with the queens themselves, because they have been giving quality entertainment, and they have been very, like, we had a whole cheating situation, and even then that episode was still a bit bland.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the queens. And I had a similar sort of qualm with season 1 of Belgique. I don't think the producers get how to edit a Drag Race season. Because it just feels, for lack of a better term, the editing on these episodes just feels a little flat. And especially in the second half of the season, because, like, remember when they teased Alvilda crying in the confessional,
right,
talking about being a fraud? Like, that editing was good. Where's that editing for this?
Yeah, but they don't.
Like, and it's hard to edit a 4-person makeover challenge where they know nobody's going to go home and they're just going to put everyone in the top 4. Like, I get it. But yes, I agree with you, and I want to make it very clear. Our enjoyment of this season is based on the queens, because the queens have given quality. Absolutely. The editing has not matched that level of quality for me.
Agreed.
So,
with
that being said, we get our results. We find out that the winner of this week's challenge is Veuve. Yay!
I wasn't shocked.
I personally think I would have given the win to Alvilda, but I am not mad at Veuve having 3 challenge wins. Hey, that's my doppelganger right there. I'm very excited. So, Veuve is the winner. Gabanna is called safe. And our bottom 2 is Alvilda and Loulou. For me, I would have had a different bottom two, but again, none of this matters.
Me too. I would have had a different bottom two.
Because you probably would have had what, Alvilda Gabanna?
No, it would have been Loulou and Gabanna.
Loulou Gabanna?
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Like I said, I think Alvilda's look was great. It was good.
Yeah.
It was a good look. It just wasn't the theme, but I felt like Loulou and Gabanna went too far off the theme than more on the theme.
Sure. Well, what we do get out of an Alvilda and Loulou Velvet bottom two is a fabulous lip sync to Monsieur Madame by Loak Note, which is another one of my favorite songs to come out of him.
Work.
And I know that, again, 2 episodes in a row, we have a bit of a different opinion on the lip sync.
I thought the lip sync was fine. I don't think it was something that I would be like, oh, I remember this lip sync forever. It was fine. They did well. It was good. Do I think I could have sent somebody home? Absolutely. But we knew that wasn't going to happen. It was just the way they were reacting to the lip sync. And I just was like, oh, no. For me, I was like, oh, nobody's going home in this episode, I don't think. Which is fine. You don't want to send somebody home on a touching episode as this was, the family makeover, and they have to go home in front of their family members, and their family members feel like, oh, their friends think they're the reason that they lost, and it's so mean. It's just it's mean. So it made sense not to do it. But if I was picking, if I was a judge, I would have had a clear winner and a clear loser in this situation.
I will agree with that. I think there was a clear winner and a clear person that didn't do as good. However, I think this lip sync was really spectacular. I am always a little biased towards a good lip sync to a ballad. I have to be honest in that. And so anytime there's a good ballad, I'm always intrigued to see what the queens are going to do. I felt like, though this was not the most grandiose performance, it wasn't the biggest performance in the world, it felt like the realest performance. And I just felt like these were 2 artists performing this song as if it was their own on this stage. And I felt a lot of emotion coming from both of them. I liked that they both kind of took this very Park and Bark, like, I'm going to stand here and just lip sync this song to you and convey my emotions through just standing here and showing you my emotion. And those are the kinds of lip syncs that I do really, really love. So for me, I think this hit me a little bit more than it did for you. And that's just based on the fact that these lip syncs do something for me. There was actually another Loak Note lip sync on season 1 that ended up in my top 10 for lip syncs last year when we did our top lip sync ranking. So they just need to have a song of his every year. Next year, if it's his Eurovision song, that'd be beautiful. But if y'all want to pay for the rights for that, go for it. Because he makes great music for great ballad lip syncs. But I think we might agree on who would have been our winner and our loser.
Yeah, we might.
Because for me, if I had to name a winner between these 2, for me, it was Alvilda.
Yeah.
I felt like her emotion. They both had a very, very strong emotion that they were conveying. Alvilda,
more genuine.
It did feel a bit more genuine, and Lulu's did too. But Alvilda really sold it in a way that I was just like, ooh, I mean, I'm mad that they messed up her almost perfect track record, but oh boy, am I excited that we got this lip sync out of it. Like, and I enjoyed it from both of them. And guess what, Lana? It didn't even matter because no one goes home.
No one goes home. So it doesn't even matter anyway.
Doesn't even matter. And we have a top 4.
Yeah.
We have a top 4 going into the finale next week. Very excited for the finale. Lana,
yes.
Who are you rooting for to be Belgium's next drag superstar, and why?
Well, for me, since I don't have a dog in this fight anymore, for as far as drive purposes, I am going to jump aboard Team Logan, and I'm going to pick Alvilda. I think Alvilda is going to win, rightfully so, with a close second in. I think you have the top 2.
I think I have the top 3.
I think Gabanna is going to make it in that top 3.
Okay, I could see it. I definitely think it's either Veuve or Alvilda.
Mm-hmm.
I think Loulou and Gabanna have done a very, very good job. And honestly, I think there are moments where they probably could have given Gabanna a win.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of wild that she's she's now the 5th or 6th person to make a finale without a win.
I think she should have won last.
No, she should have won last week, obviously.
The murder mystery challenge.
Yeah, she absolutely should have won the acting challenge.
Should have won that.
I was so mad I wasn't here to talk about that because she should have won that acting challenge. Point blank.
Absolutely should have won that one. And I was like,
and I'm upset about that. But,
yes.
But yeah, that's what we got going on. We already closed out the draft because there's literally no way that anyone other than me can win. So we're just gonna move along, and we're gonna be back next week to talk about the finale of Drag Race Belgique. So
no reunion. I'm excited. I'm like, we could just get through. I was very happy about that. I was like, oh, we're just gonna go right into it and finish this off, which I love. Yep. Not that I don't want a reunion or need a reunion from them, but I'm like, I would rather just, while the momentum is going, while I'm still in it. I feel like reunions always cut me off of my excitement a little bit. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
I'm also very excited that we, next week, so we're doing a remix or a song mix to a Moosty song.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. I'm like, okay,
it's not going to be his Eurovision song, so I'm interested to see what else they pull out because his catalog is pretty good. So, well, with that being said, we will be back next week to talk about the finale of Drag Race Belgique. We'll have a winner, our second winner of the year. Yeah. Damn. Took 2 whole months to crown another winner.
Well, we'll have another one before that.
Oh no, we literally have one right now.
Right now, yeah.
We currently have one as we're filming. We're filming on Sunday. Espanol All Stars dropped a few hours ago, so there is a new winner. But we'll have another new winner.
Yes.
So, thank you for joining us for our coverage of Drag Race Belgique. We'll be back same time, hopefully with David. Hopefully, we'll all be together to talk about the finale of Drag Race Belgique. In the meantime, while you're on your way out, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Hit all the buttons. We greatly appreciate it. You can, I was like, how do I outro? Subscribe to both of our other channels for Almost All Things Reality TV and Almost All Things Eurovision Song Contest. Those links are down in the description below. While you're down in the description below, you could join our membership channel for exclusive content and early access, or you could join our Patreon, same content, different platform. You could go follow us on social media at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You could go follow me and Lana as well. And you can go get your merch, including but not limited to Cup Mug down below as well. That's how you do an outro.
Yep. Period.
And with all that being said, cheers.
It's been that kind of day.
It's that kind of day. And now I get to go take a nap.
Yeah. It's over.
Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Bye-bye.